Bank robbery. It used to mean ski masks, guns, and getaway cars. The image of masked men storming into a bank demanding cash and making a dramatic escape is almost iconic. Today, the biggest heists happen online. The battlefield has shifted from physical vaults to digital ones. Hackers are stealing billions, not from you and me, but from the banks themselves. These cybercriminals are sophisticated, targeting the very institutions that hold our money. Imagine $1 billion. That's enough to buy a small country. It's a staggering amount, almost unfathomable for most of us. That's how much hackers have stolen from banks in recent years. The headlines are filled with stories of massive breaches and stolen fortunes. It's not just one big heist either, it's a constant barrage of attacks, big and small. Every day, banks face numerous attempts to breach their defenses. Some banks are more vulnerable than others, but none are immune. Even the most secure institutions can fall victim to these relentless attacks. We're talking about organized crime, state-sponsored actors, the big leagues. These aren't just lone wolves, they're part of well-funded, highly organized groups. They have the skills and resources to pull off the unthinkable. With advanced technology and coordinated efforts, they can infiltrate systems that were once thought to be impenetrable. Banks are constantly updating their security measures, but the hackers are always one step ahead. It's a never-ending game of cat and mouse. The global nature of these attacks means that no country is safe. Cybersecurity has become a top priority for financial institutions worldwide. As we move further into the digital age, the stakes are only getting higher. The future of banking depends on our ability to outsmart these digital thieves. How do they do it? It's not as simple as guessing your password. Hackers use sophisticated techniques to break into bank systems. One way is through phishing. They send emails that look legitimate, tricking employees into giving up their login credentials. Another method is malware. Hackers install malicious software on bank computers, giving them access to sensitive data. Once they're in, they can transfer funds, steal identities, and even manipulate account balances. It's the digital equivalent of cracking a vault. The Carbonet Gang is a prime example of how sophisticated and coordinated cybercriminals can be. This international group, operating across multiple countries, managed to steal an estimated $1 billion from over 100 banks worldwide. Their operations were meticulously planned and executed with precision. They employed a combination of phishing emails, malicious software, and social engineering techniques to infiltrate bank networks. By tricking employees into clicking on infected links, they gained access to sensitive information and systems. Once inside the bank's network, they executed a series of complex maneuvers. They emptied ATMs remotely, transferred large sums of money to offshore accounts, and even manipulated account balances to siphon off more funds without immediate detection. Another infamous case that shook the financial world was the Bangladesh bank heist. This audacious cyber attack highlighted the vulnerabilities in global banking systems. The hackers behind this heist almost succeeded in stealing $1 billion. However, their plan was thwarted by a simple typo in their transfer instructions, which raised red flags and halted the transaction. Despite this setback, the hackers still managed to get away with $80 million, making it one of the largest bank thefts in history. These cases serve as stark reminders of the ever-present threat of cybercrime in our interconnected world. Section 4. The fallout. The consequences of these attacks are far-reaching. Banks lose money, of course, but the damage goes deeper. Their reputations are tarnished, and customer trust is eroded. Imagine waking up to find your life savings gone, stolen by hackers. These attacks also have a ripple effect on the global economy. Financial markets can be destabilized, and businesses can suffer losses. Section 5. Fighting back. The good news is that banks are fighting back. In the face of increasing cyber threats, financial institutions are not standing idly by. They're investing heavily in cybersecurity, strengthening their defenses against these attacks. This includes upgrading their firewall protections and ensuring that their systems are robust enough to withstand sophisticated hacking attempts. They're implementing multi-factor authentication, making it harder for hackers to access accounts. This means that even if a hacker manages to steal a password, they would still need a second form of verification, such as a code sent to a phone. They're also using artificial intelligence to detect and prevent fraud in real time. AI systems can analyze transaction patterns and flag suspicious activities instantly, providing an additional layer of security. But it's not just about technology. Banks are fostering a culture of security within their organizations. Banks are also training their employees to be more security conscious, educating them about phishing scams and other threats. Regular workshops and training sessions are conducted to keep staff updated on the latest cyber threats and how to counter them. The fight against cybercrime is ongoing, and it's a battle that banks can't afford to lose. Continuous vigilance and adaptation are key, as cybercriminals are always evolving their tactics. Banks must stay one step ahead to protect their customers and their assets.